And I'm filming.
So these are our interview questions for Mungo and Dog in the green room. So what do you guys actually do?
Well, we are the promoters of the green room. Basically, Dog here, he tends to deal with the technical side, sound engineer, etc. I'm more dealing with the actual people who come into the venue, stuff like that, and obviously booking the bands, that kind of stuff really.
Alright, cheers. So how does the green room work exactly?
Well, normally what we would do, we would on a Friday or Saturday night, occasionally a Thursday, we would put on 3 bands. And basically we ask them to get here for 6 o'clock. We'll spend 2 hours going through sound checks with the bands, make sure everything's right, make sure they're happy. And then once they're happy, bang, 8 o'clock, doors open, punters come in, and hopefully enjoy what we've done, yeah.
Right. So how do you find the bands that play here, or do they come to you with a proposal?
Mainly will come through, a lot of them come through Facebook, a lot by recommendation, some come by through people that Mungo knows, some come by people that I know, like Freezy Landing for instance, and some of the others that we've had play, we find them and they come and play. Unless there's a particular booking that we'll put on a big show and just do and do a proper organisation with it, but mainly it's just through pretty much word of mouth and a little bit of advertising and stuff. So.
What is it like constantly meeting up with up and coming bands, hearing various music genres?
It's good.
Yeah, it never gets boring.
No, it's one of those things that really sometimes encourages me when you get certainly young bands that come in, and sometimes they're a little bit nervous, they're not quite sure how to sound check, but taking them through that process is actually really quite nice. So the next time they go to another venue, and so they'll know what to do. Yeah. That's really quite pleasant. As in the actual music and that, yeah, some of these bands are actually really, really good. You know, some are, they've got a little bit of learn still, you know. But yeah, no, it's nice to hear certainly young people taking a commitment to their live music and taking it seriously and writing songs. You know, that's always encouraging when young people are doing that.
We'll never get bored with putting on music because that's what me and Mungo are all about. It's just about music and bands, so we'll always be doing it. Brilliant.
So how do you keep the green room running? Do you advertise through?
Yeah, I mean, well, we basically at the moment we're just kind of running through the local press, you know, when we've got a gig, for instance, you know, it goes into the Welwyn Times. Over and above that, it's literally at the moment going through word of mouth really. You know, bands that have played here may like it, so they say to their mates, oh, you know, that's a good venue to get involved with. Unfortunately, the actual advertising of the venue would be so expensive. Yeah. It's one of those things. So we're hoping that we are actually getting bigger and more well-known bands coming in. And hopefully through that, people coming into the venue enjoying the gig, plus the bands also enjoying playing here, and that will hopefully spread the word.
Yeah, so the bands will do a lot of that because a lot of the venues, you know, like the Boiler Room in Guildford and places like that, they get a lot because they're on the circuit that all the bands do the tours, and we want to make sure that this club is right in amongst that, so that when there is a tour going, they'll consider us as part of their tour. And so we make that available, and as long as they're not charging too much money, we can come on.
So final question, how many times a month would you say the green room is used?
Probably about 7 or 8 times.
Yeah. As much as we can use it.
As much as we can. I think we try to do, I mean mainly if we're putting on a night, it tends to be a Friday or a Saturday, because that's convenient for people to come out anyway. Occasionally on a Thursday we might do an acoustic night, something like that. But again, I think one of the things that we've decided is that if we're going to put on a night, we're going to make sure it's good. So we don't do every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday. because sometimes you're kind of scraping about and you're just getting bits and pieces together, and that doesn't really make the night. So we're kind of concentrating on sort of a good night rather than lots of nights, if you see what I mean. Yeah.
Quality as opposed to quantity.
That sums it up really. Yeah.
Right, thank you, gents. That'll be all.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
And good luck.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh,